I'm starting in 1 minute. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I want to respect everybody's time here. And you guys were all here on time.
Mic off.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and start in about a minute. All right, 1 minute has passed. Let's go ahead and do this thing. All right. So the purpose of this content creation process, this automated content creation. Now, this is only the first step. I'll be showing some additional steps over the coming weeks, every Friday, as part of a larger system to help people create not just like this content, but multiple different types of content, and fully automate it, put it onto Notion, get it scheduled out, all sorts of really cool things, to where you can basically do 7, 14, 21 days, 30 days of content, have it all scheduled in, maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on how much editing you have to do, depending on certain factors that we'll go into. This right here is Collab, so it's Google Collab Pro. I have the Pro account, but you don't need the Pro account to access this, because you do not. The only reason why you get a Pro account on Google Collab is to utilize GPUs, which is graphics processing units, graphical processing unit, something like that. But you don't need that for this, because we're not doing any heavy lifting. You can see it's very simple and there's not much here, but it's extremely powerful. So there's no need for a GPU. So everyone that's here, I'm going to go ahead and give this. Well, if you're here and you're a brass builder, you will get the access to the code. If you're not a brass builder and you're here, feel free to watch, please do, but you will need to at least boost the server in order for you to get access to this code. So it's either you're a brass builder or you're a booster, one of those two. All right, so let's go ahead and start. So step one, very, very straightforward. Anytime you're on Google Collab, you always need to ensure that it's running right up here. You have the actual platform running, and it has all of the computation running, and then you need to install all of your packages. So that's what that is. Pip install is just a little command saying what we need to install. So you run that, saying everything's installed. Next thing, this is where it gets kind of fun. The next thing you're going to want to do is there's a cool little website called Ocean of PDF. And when I'm showing you this, I am anticipating that any book that you download off of this are books that you already own, and this is like a backup, like you've already purchased the book. I am not condoning any type of piracy. Okay, I am just showing this as educational content. And I am expecting that anybody watching this on YouTube or here in the chat, here on the channel, has purchased whatever book they're going to utilize for this process. Okay, so Ocean of PDF has a huge library of books that you can find any book that you previously purchased. So I already have one that I have purchased already. But you can find anything. So if you want to speak about marketing, let's say, we'll look up People Powered by Jono Bacon. People Powered, is it on here? That's a very nebulous term, I guess. So I guess there's a lot of books that have that. I'm pretty sure. Let's say Jono Bacon. Okay, maybe not. Anyway, but you can search all sorts of things. If you go to marketing, There's tons of books on here for marketing. You click on it, and you can download the PDF. Once you have a PDF, you're going to, and you don't want to do the EPUB. This isn't set up for EPUB. This is set up for PDF. Once you have the PDF of the book that you own, that you know is solid, that is the type of content you want to create around, you're going to upload that, right? So upload. You're going to upload that into the directory here. Upload the PDF right here. And then you're going to input the name of the PDF into the input PDF. So right now I already have something there, but when we send this out later, it'll say, it'll say input here, but it's this right here, input PDF. And then you're going to run the code. Very simple. And all this is doing is it's taking that and it's creating a text file. So if we come over here, we take a look. A text file is going to pop up in just a second. Takes a minute to load sometimes. Let's see. 5 people still here. Come on, load, man. And as you can see, there's a little checkbox. There it goes. There's a little checkbox saying that it's done. But the output file.txt, take a look right here. Everything from that book is now in this text file, right? Pretty simple. The next step, what this is doing is it's looking through the text and it's identifying anything that says the word chapter, right? So for this specific book called Pop, the only words that are in here that say chapter are the actual chapter headings. Like the author of this didn't have chapter throughout like all of the book. Now some books might. This is a very basic code, so it's not just finding the headings. Obviously it can't because it's in a text file. If there are too many segments, like let's say, like if we run this, there's only going to be around 20 to 30 sections. Like I'll show you. So right here, you see where it split that book. Basically, it took all of this text and it split it into the chapters. It looked for the word chapter and it split it into different sections, basically like in a spreadsheet, right? Each row is a chapter. Okay, so it split each of those into a chapter. Now, some books might have a lot of the word chapter in it. And if that's the case, and you see where it says, instead of saying 24, it says like 100, 200, whatever, it'll say like 200, 150. Then what you'll need to do is you'll actually need to open this text file up, and you'll actually need to find those chapters. You actually need to go through and find the actual chapter, like, let's see. Like, let's say this was chapter, right? Let's say this said chapter 3. You'd need to come in here and let's say you'd add in like part, or like here's like this, like we'll say part, whatever word you want to put in here that could be something that you denote chapters that's separate from that. And you would just have to do some manual work, and you just have to change some words around. Instead of looking for chapter, you'd have to change whatever you put in. So there's some work there. You don't have to worry about it too much. Most books aren't that way, but some do. If you ever have any issues, shoot me a DM. I'll help you out. And we'll be updating this later with some more kind of thorough processing than that. So anyway, so once it breaks that down into sections, the next step is pretty simple. You're going to replace the API key, which is right here, with your own OpenAI API key. Very, very simple to get. All you have to do is OpenAI. So we'll go to Playground. All you have to do is go to openai.com, not ChatGPT, actual openai.com. You're going to have to sign up, and all you have to do is you go to Manage Account, you'll go to API keys, and you'll create a new key. That's it. Super easy. So it does cost some money. This will cost a little bit of money. You're talking pennies, though. Probably for an entire week of content, you'd probably be looking at about 30 cents, maybe 40 cents, maybe 50 cents. So half a dollar. If you're Filipino, that's about 25 pesos, maybe 50 pesos at most. So it's not bad to have really, really solid content, right? So once you have that, once you have your API key, you would create it, right? Give it a name, create API, copy it. You're going to bring it over here, and you're going to put it right there. And then you're going to run the code. And what this code's doing is it's going through this sectioned off chapter. Each chapter, it's going to go through, and it's going to break it down into easily digestible structure for the next step, which is the content creation. So as you can see, it's literally going through each chapter, and it's going to break down exactly what's in those chapters. Now this is going to take a little bit of time for it to go through and cycle through, but you'll see it start updating. Like chapter, here it goes. So like in this chapter, we explore the power of point of persuasion techniques, which are highly effective in creating compelling sound bites, introducing pop techniques, real life examples, step-by-step exercise, right? So it breaks it down into very structured information for each chapter. And this is crucial for the next part of the content creation process. Before we move forward, because this is going to take a little bit of time, does anybody have any questions whatsoever before we move forward at all? Let's see. Go into the chat. Anybody questions? Questions? You could ask here. You could ask in AMA questions. I would prefer here because it's right here and it just makes sense, right? Ken. It's pretty straightforward, great step-by-step process. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, it's a very, very, it's very, very straightforward, super easy to use. Click, and you have it all done. You could really set this up to be one click. The only reason why I didn't set it up that way is I really wanted to break it down and let you guys know what's actually happening. But you could take this code. So when I give you guys this code, you could take all of this code and put it together. Literally just put it back to back to back in the same thing. And all you have to do is click run. Like just click the one play and there you go. You've got content from an entire book broken down. Pretty powerful stuff. Yeah. So this is going to take just a little bit. It is breaking down an entire book for us, which is pretty crazy. All right, so like leveraging cliches, use cliche dictionaries to find inspiration for your inventory and services. Incorporate your core words into cliches. And the great thing about this too is, okay, so let's say you just bought a book, but you don't have the time to completely read it. This can kind of kill two birds with one stone. You can get the most operative information from the book, because that's what the prompt that I put in here is designed for, is to get the most operative, useful information out of these chapters. And so you can get all of that information really, really fast and easily for each chapter while you're creating content around what you're learning. Right, so it's really, really cool, and I found myself learning a lot more this way, because not only am I basically reading tons of books as I'm putting out content, but but then I get to work through it because obviously I want high value content. So I get to work through it as I'm editing the content and going, ooh, that's really cool. I like that. And then like expanding my thoughts on something, on some point, on some, whatever. And so you get to kind of like learn as you create content. And it's just really, really interesting. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Yoshi Shorts, what's up? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys so much for being here. Take a look. Anybody else? Hey, 10XP. 10XP, sheesh. Giving away all that XP. All right, no other questions. All right, then just give it just a few minutes until it runs through. Should be done. So, chapter 11. Actually, man, this is going to take a while. Hold on a second. Jeez. All right. I don't want to make everybody wait for so long. How many was there? We're about halfway through right now, guys. Sorry, I should have probably maybe cut the book in half. But while we're waiting, hey, so yeah, I know, should have chosen a smaller book. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I probably should have. I ran this book through before, and the reason I chose this book is one, I want to use the content, and then two, it's structured really, really nicely where like there's each chapter, and so that's why I chose this book. Now, a show of like, how many of you guys think you guys will actually use this for LinkedIn? Nice. What about everybody else? Here, Ken, I'm gonna bring you up to the stage, bro. I'm gonna bring you up to the stage. I don't like being alone. Mark says yes. Here, how do I? Mark, can you bring Ken up to the stage, man? There it is. What up, Ken?
Hey, James. Hey, Mark. Hey, everyone. Thank you for having me up here.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming up. I just put you on the spot. Like, I'm bringing you up to the stage. I didn't even ask. How are you, man?
Honestly, fantastic. I'm getting a lot of unique ideas of how other individuals could utilize this simple code, and I look forward to what future code will happen.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know that you probably utilize this too for other, like, educational. I know you're really big on education, so you could probably use this to easily sum up, different things, different books, help build out some type of educational thing, possibly.
Well, I think this is good for students, anyone who wants to learn something quickly for a professor. Like this allows you to learn anything in school, learns how to do your job faster. It's like, oh, you just got a job, now you have to learn WMIS. Well, this could simplify that down for you right quickly. So I think this is a neat way not only to, like you said, learn stuff, but also create oodles of content in almost any subject matter you want to think of, even ones that you don't consciously comprehend yet. So I think technology like this and other AI products out there coming like this it's radically going to change the way we perceive information.
I agree. I do want to show, actually, I'm going to show this other kind of method. The only reason I didn't show this previously is because it's not a great way to create content, but it is a great way to digest this information. So since I have you guys here, and we're waiting, the other thing that you guys want to do, and this is absolutely free, is Claude. So Anthropic's Claude, it's like another ChatGPT, another, chat bot. It's completely free, but the biggest difference with Claude is that it can take up to 100,000 tokens, which is pretty phenomenal. That's a really big book. I mean, that's a good sized book. That's 75,000 words. The average book is like 50,000 words. There's, that's like pretty average book. So, this is solid. So what you can do here is you can actually come down and you can choose a book. We'll do pop. It's going to upload. It's too large. Hold on. Let's try another one. Media marketing. That's going to be too large. Community. Let's see if that's going to be too large. Too large. Hold on. Let's see. Do I have one that's not going to be too large? There it is. All right. And you can start really digging into these books in a very conversational nature. So like the reason why I thought of this, Ken, is you just brought up digest, like all of this tech is going to really change how people learn. And this, when we talk about really learning content and books, and this can work for anything, transcripts of a call, like if you have notes on a call, if you have a transcript on a call, if you have just a ridiculous amount of content that your boss gave you that you need to run through, you can copy and paste it all in here. You can copy and paste entire Notion directories basically directly in here. And then you can have conversations with it. Like it says, like marketing, right here, it says marketing is given more power to tribes and consumers. Remarkable products and ideas are spread quickly now. Tell me more. So you can ask it specific questions. Tell me more about what the book says about leaders. I like that. Challenging the status quo. And so you can really dig in to these topics in the books. You can ask it, so I didn't give it any directions when I put that in there. So you could ask it to give it a summary of the chapters. That's what I usually do. And then you could dig into any chapter that you find very, very, intriguing. You could dig into anything that you really want to get. So let's say you have a book that you really want to dig into, but you're only digging into it for one or two reasons. You don't need all the chapters. You don't need all the information. You can dig in that way. Leaders are heretics who question established ways of doing things. They take risk and push for innovation. And then like right here, I mean, that by itself is content, really. You could take all of that and make content from it. But yeah, amazing way to really dig into any type of books.
Or even just to add 2 cents into that, I talked to a lot of researchers, and this would be a phenomenal way for them to engage in their own research. They've been creating content for 20 years, and they kind of forget what they wrote in different ideas. Right. So if they could sit down and basically have a conversation through themselves and all the research that they've done, it could create a lot of potential new ideas that they forgot about.
Yep. Like I already have, so I have different network strategy and conversations. I have information about different and I have these as actual databases. So if I go and speak to somebody about I have other transcripts or anything from this specific topic because we're building out an AI music platform. I just go and copy and paste it in here, and it has all of the previous data that I can pull from. It's pretty cool. Exactly. It's amazing. All right, so this is done. It is done. It is now broken down into all those chapters, got all those chapters broken down. Now, the next step, what it's going to do is going to do basically the same thing. However, there's some interesting things that you're going to do here to take what it just took from those chapters, right? All of this breakdown of the information of the chapters. You're going to take that, and now you're going to tell the AI what you want to do with it. Okay. So you need to create your own template LinkedIn post to put into your system content. So this is your system. It's your system command. It's basically telling the AI what it is, how to think, What is the exact thing that it's supposed to do? What its role is in this entire interaction, right? And so right here, don't change this so much. I mean, you could. I mean, feel free if you change it however you want. But this is a pretty structured prompt to give it very clear guidelines on what to do and what not to do. You could change certain things, like we can take that out. We don't need that. I did that because it was for something else. We'll move that though. But basically, this just tells it that it's a LinkedIn content creator. You can change this Twitter content creator, whatever. It's yours to do what you wish. But the big thing here is to create a rough template guide. Now, you can create it yourself, or if you know a content creator that you like how they write, you can go copy one of their posts and put it in here. And it'll use that as a reference to create content for you. So, with that being said, all of this will be taken out, by the way. Like, mine isn't gonna be there, my template's not gonna be there. It'll just have this right here. Put template here, and you'll just replace that with your template. And you just press play. And now it's going to do the same thing. It's literally going to just run through all of those chapters of data, all of that information right here, everything, every chapter, and it's going to create content for you. And you're going to have what? What is this? 24 pieces of content in, not much time. You could be watching YouTube, doing all sorts of other stuff while this is doing its thing. Make sure it's printing JSON response. Yeah. Print response. Taking a little while. There it goes. Did you know that 99.9% of businesses fail to capture the attention of their consumers with much needed 60-second window? And a sea of sameness, the struggle to make our pitch pop out isn't new. Let's dive deeper into this. Bam! Look at that. What does LinkedIn have? 30. It's the first 3 sentences is what people see, right? That's what you have to have as your hook. So if you take this, you put it in there. 3 sentences. Did you know? Fail to capture attention of their consumers, and then bam, you have it's all there. You have a LinkedIn piece of content done. Edit it, you're good to go. Let's see. Go back to that, and it's just going to keep going. More. Each of these are different information from each of the different chapters. Have you ever wondered what makes some ideas pop while others just fizzle out? P is for purposeful, O is for original, and then P is for pithy. So, some books have a lot more different information here. And then other books kind of say the same thing. But there you go. And then what the other thing that this is doing also, I want to show you guys, which is really cool, is it's putting everything into a CSV file. So what this file has is it has all of the chapters that it broke out, that it took from the book into this prompt. Next week, I'm going to show you guys what to do with this. Basically, you're going to create your own model, your own fine-tuned AI model that will allow you to, instead of having to put in this right here, instead of having to give it like all of this information, once you have a few months of data, like you've been doing this process for a few months, you've been creating content for a few months this way, once you have a large amount of data, about 100, 150 posts, you can create your own artificial intelligence that's going to write content the exact way you want to off of this process. So it's going to basically train that AI off of this data. And so It's keeping all of that in here. It's building your database for you, so you're going to have all of this information forever. And then you're going to be able to build your own AI. Not only will you be able to build your own AI, you can then build this for clients. You can make very specific models for, let's say somebody hires you for social media, or somebody hires you for content creation, and they say, I want you to write like this. I want it to be like X, Y, and Z. Or they say, I want you to write like my previous posts are. Easy. You go and copy their previous post, you put it into your data set, and you train a model, and now the model is going to write like them. So pretty cool stuff. And that's it. I mean, it's that simple. It's very, very simple. Any questions? Any questions? Ken, anybody in the chat?
No questions right now. I'm more interested in testing this out now and seeing where it goes.
What do you think?
I think this is going to change and accelerate a lot of things I'm working on. I was using ChatGPT, for a while in certain ways, trying to make sure, using the right prompts, trying to understand how to actually articulate, like how to create me essentially. And you just simplified the process down for me exponentially. So thank you for that, James.
My pleasure. Yeah, this will save. So that's the biggest thing about AI is when you utilize the stuff in the right way, and you really build it out for yourself. And I implore everyone, like, you go ahead, use the code. We're going to be giving it out to everyone that's a builder. If you're not a builder and you want to utilize this automation code, all you have to do is boost the server. So you have to either be a booster or a builder, either of the B's, and you get the code. But I implore everyone, use the code, do that. But more importantly, find different tasks that you do every day. And it could be something as small as writing an email. It could be something as small. Like, I started with one-click tasks. If like reading news, I started the very first little code that I created with AI was I wanted to read news quicker because I was spending a lot of time trying to stay up to date with what was going on. So I literally created just a simple little plugin that I can go on anytime I'm reading anything on a page. I right click it and I say summarize, and I get a summarized entire AI summary right there in 5 seconds. And that one thing, right, saves, 30 minutes, an hour a day. All of those little things compound that to where you save so much time of your day that you just can do so many other things. And that's what I implore everyone to do. Find little things that you can start building out AI processes around that are your specific processes, what you do every day for your life, the things that take up time in your life that you can simplify. And yeah, cool. If there aren't any questions, Mark, anybody want to come up, talk, ask questions, anything? If not, it's really straightforward. I don't really, obviously there's not much to it. It's you get a book, you create content around it, and you post it. I do want to post one of these just to show you guys what it looks like. So let's see. A day filled with ducks and wordplay. Say what? Apples meet oranges. Here what? The Aflac technique. All right, let's try it. And we're blending bottom line. All right, let's do this one. Aflac technique. We're going to take this and it's got a lot of content on this one. Yin meets yang in the realm of marketing. A day filled with ducks and wordplay. Say what? Apples meet oranges. Here's why. Welcome to the world of the Aflac technique. All right. And post. I'm going to delete this. I just want to see what it looks like. And there you go. solid piece of LinkedIn content. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well placed emojis. I think it's a little too many emojis. I don't like too many emojis. But they're well placed. They're not crazy like some, a lot of other things, but yeah, reads well, skimmable, great content, solid LinkedIn content. And I'm gonna delete it because I don't want to post that right now. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thank you so much for being here. I'm looking forward to the infographics you made for your LinkedIn contents. Yoshi, I'm looking forward to the infographics. What do you mean, Yoshi? I'm confused. Infographics. The AI generated thingy. I still don't know what you mean. I make a lot of AI generated thingies. That's basically all I do is AI generated thingies. AI thingy engineer. Why not? That sounds good. Yoshi. Don't have LinkedIn installed on my phone right now to show, but basically, I like own generated images you made. Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, all the images. Very cool. And then I've been doing a lot of. Everyone should go check out Suno. I'm gonna put it in the chat. SUNO. Suno. If you want to have fun creating cool little music, Suno's dope. It's really fun. I've been wasting a lot of time on Suno these last few days. I haven't had as much fun since like Midjourney and like the AI art came out. It's just so cool and so fun to get all of this like just like cool catchy music like and you made it like well kind of whatever. But anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time, guys. Thank you so much, everyone being here. If you have any questions you need like around this when you're making content, when when you're using the code, if it's not working properly, you run into some errors, you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to shoot me a DM or just ask in the chat, in the general chat. That's awesome too, because somebody else might be able to help you. We definitely want people to help each other here and work together. So, but if you have any questions, I'm here all the time. So thank you guys again for being here. I will send this out. Mark's going to get me a list of names of the people that were here. If you are a builder, I will be sending you the code. All I'm going to need is your email so I can give you access to it. If you aren't a builder, all you have to do is go over to the Brass Synergy at the top left, click on Server Boost, give it a little boost. It's only a couple bucks. And once you have that, you're going to have access not to just this, but all of the code we're going to be giving out. We're going to be, if you come here every week, you're going to be getting code every week, additional code for a bunch of different stuff. When I say basically every part of my life is like AI automated, I'm not joking. Like I have automation for so many things. I've been doing this like 8 months, every little thing, just every day, automating something. So you're gonna wanna get this because it's gonna save you so much time to have all of this code that I'm gonna be giving out for the next few months. So it's definitely worth that little boost. So go ahead and give that a boost. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We will see you soon. And Let's create, cultivate together something new, a brand new Web3 system for freelancers to succeed. It's going to be great. Thank you guys for building with us. Have a great day.
Actually, before we sign off, just to add to your point right there, James. I was talking to someone I'm working with the other day, and we were talking about how much sales have really radically changed. And one of the most famous movies out there, The Boiler Room, always is always be selling. And I think we need to update that to be always be providing, because you're no longer selling directly to a client. You're now providing to a community.
Agreed. Yeah, I love that. Always be providing. Yeah, and look, and like this is something we've always known. It's been like the hidden truth for generations of interpersonal relationships, right? Like provide value to other people in your circle, at your work, right? Like, and that's how you become successful. And now that's finally actually transferred to like the macro sense of organizations, and that's what's necessary for them to succeed now, is providing value. And that's what we're looking to do. So thank you, Ken, for that. That's amazing.
No worries. I just want to make sure everyone give James a round of applause for taking time out of his day to show us things he does not have to. So, and also provide us code that he does not have to. So really, really appreciate that, James, and looking forward to coming every Friday to get new code to test out.
You rock, Ken. Thank you so much, man. It's a pleasure having you. Thank you so much. Give Ken a round of applause for the round of applause. No, but anyway, thank you, Ken. See you guys. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Get some rest, and we'll see you again next week. Thank you so much. See you guys. Bye.